Ben 10,000 is a beloved character and one of the most popular, which makes sense since it's Ben's final form. The episodes he takes part in are usually raved about by the masses, and again, it only makes sense that after Ben 10, Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, Omniverse, they move on to the Ben 10 Ridiculous! I'm not doing this. Look, fair play if you like the I like horrible shows too. I like having bad opinions too. Sometimes I just lie to people for fun, which is cool. But you're not gonna tell me that they should have went in that direction when they already placed the groundwork for what could have been the best iteration of the show to date. I'm not having it. I'm gonna go through some of his appearances and prove why that's the sequel we should have gotten instead of that show I didn't finish, like the video Road to 2K. The first episode we see him in is season 3, episode 2 of the original series. It's an incredible episode to introduce him, and it shows off some great traits about the character that could be showcased. He's far colder and more standoffish, which is something we could be shown and have explained for at least an episode or two, because if we're going solely off this episode, there's no context for real. Not only that, I think Ben's change of heart at the end of the episode was just cobbled together and the moment didn't feel earned to me. Although Ben's changed by the end of the episode, you could just write his character arc backwards, starting from his descent as a man and concluding with this episode. They could have episodes focused on the building of his headquarters, what caused him to not want help anymore, him having a female roster, you know, all the important things. There's so much free world building and character development that could be expanded upon. Also, if it matters to anyone, Ben was the one who was supposed to get the cake since he said he should have.
Something I should have gotten Grandpa 20 years ago.
Now, if we hop into the next Ben 10,000 appearance, Ken 10, we see him talk about the fact he's missed Kenny's birthdays and he sounds like he doesn't want to disappoint his kid again, which takes me to my next point. Making Ben a father gives a whole new layer to his character and gives a whole new realm of things to make episodes about, not just for him, Kenny too. Totally new responsibilities added onto his already massive list. Not only that, it gives him a little sidekick to go on adventures with. Batman and robbing your mom type beat.
You saying it, what did you even gain from that? You thought it was funny?
I want to round it out by talking about Kevin's return and the introduction of his son Devlin. I love the guy, and giving him the same choice to join Team Tennyson that Kevin had in an almost mirror-like scene was truly brilliant. But Kevin's kinda trash now. He doesn't reform, he cares about nothing, and is just focused on revenge, which is cool for like 2 Broly movies, but not much else. I think the best solution would be for him to end up converting to the good side due to his son's love, you know, real heartwarming corny stuff, or just have us in an alternate timeline where this never happened. Kevin just couldn't stay a villain in this version of the show. His character's static, it's lame, it's boring. We only have the original show to go off of based on his characterization and episode date. Also, hating Ben would just be really corny if that's his sole motivation. Although I think it's great having a villain who can go one-on-one with Ben at his strongest. And if we're talking about villains, we've got to head to Ben 10 Ultimate Alien and talk about Eon, who would be perfect for a Ben 10,000 show. He only had 1 episode in Ultimate Alien when I thought he should have had a whole season to his name. A man with time travel powers who hates Ben and would include Paradox in more episodes? Why would we not want that? His main motivation is to become the only Ben 10 in existence. So let's say Eon finagles with time and we have Ben wake up to, like, I don't know, Julie. He sees that his life is different, he has a new kid and everything's, and he's got to decide whether he wants this new life or the old one he's grown accustomed to, on some Family Guy-ish. And his decision would impact whether or not he remained a hero. Bam! If he's not doing all the heroic stuff, then he's not really a Ben Tennyson and he's out of the equation. Eon's got a lot of stuff left to be revealed, like where does Omnitrix go? Why does he have this motivation? Simple stuff. And he's just cool and I want to see more of him, okay? I'm not writing the show, so I'm not about to spend hours thinking of episode plots. Another addition I'd love would be Steam Smite, who, if you haven't seen the reboot, which 90% of you haven't, is a man obsessed with the past, and in a futuristic world like the one Ben 10,000 has, he would fit perfectly into the show and would have a way more stark contrast than his reboot iteration. There are several issues that would need to be addressed. Like, Ben is unbeatable. He's got over 10,000 aliens, he fries everybody at this point. The only thing that could beat him are some Homo sapiens or whatever. I got a solution. Get Ben off the planet. I don't want him there no more. We need to get Ben in space. He goes across several planets or galaxies or Milky Ways, and he solves problems and has arcs on other worlds. He's already got the Guardians of the Galaxy on Earth, so who cares for real? And during these adventures, he has a problem relaxing because of all the pressure on him, or because he decided to go on his own and left his family on Earth. Either that, or you grotesquely amp the villains or focus mainly on Kenny as a fighter and have Ben coach him and act more as a mentor figure. Another issue, albeit much easier to solve, would be how to configure a Ben 10,000 show, merchandise. I just said merchandise. Merchandise wise and all that money hungry stuff Cartoon Network likes, but it's quite simple. Aged up versions of Ben's original 10 aliens, put that out, have several time travel episodes to use the other or classic versions, or have that be Kenny's version since he's the same age Kid Ben was. Also, the kids would love some Ben 10 Omnitrixes. Omnitrix I'd buy one too, I don't care. All I'm trying to say is this continuation of the original series building upon previously established concepts would have the potential to become the greatest Ben 10 show we've ever seen. And with the flop that was the reboot, why not just try and expand on old reliable? This is the perfect opportunity. That's all I've got to say on the subject. Leave a like, comment, video ideas, subscribe, and I'll see you later.